Hello, 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 my sweet and beautiful bookish friends, and welcome to the vlog! This week is a very exciting week because A, as you saw by the title, I did get new bookshelves. And B, on the 16th of this month, which has already passed, it will be my 3-year booktube anniversary. So I've been on booktube for 3 years this month. Crazy! Literally such an exciting little milestone. I have loved every second of building this community with you guys, and I appreciate you all so much and love you all literally more than you know. So stay tuned till the end of the video because at the end of this video, I will be doing a little giveaway. But for now, let's get to building my bookshelves. Hello, my sweet and beautiful bookish friends. I'm very excited for today's video because, like we just established, I am getting new bookshelves. For the last 2 weeks or so, I've had to deal with this monstrosity of overly stuffed tiny bookshelves because we are getting my dream bookshelves. I have been wanting the Billy bookshelves from IKEA for so long. There's just something about white shelves that I just don't like anymore. It's too much white. I've never really been like an all white kind of gal anyway. So we got 2 of the Billy bookshelves in the light wood color tone shade. They did just arrive, so I do need to put those together really quick, but our first order of business is getting this off and somewhere else, setting up the bookshelves, and then I need to actually organize the bookshelves, decorate them, and then we're gonna do a little bookshelf setup tour type of thing. So let's get building. I actually don't think I need a hammer for literally any part of this build, but for dramatic effect, I'm gonna keep that in. So I already ran into my first problem. These bookshelves aren't gonna fit on that wall. They're significantly bigger than the ones that I used to have, so I did not take that into account when thinking about where to put these shelves. So I am going to have to move all of this stuff over to this side of the room, and then the bookshelves are gonna have to go on this wall. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So in between these clips, I actually end up being in so much pain. So I went down to grab some dinner, but I do have one of my meals left from my Green Chef box, and they are actually the sponsor of today's video, so I wanted to talk about them really quick. One of my biggest issues is trying to figure out what to eat. I'm a very creative person, but not so much when it comes to food. Especially with my diet, it just makes things really hard. So I'm very excited to be working with Green Chef on this video. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for clean eating that makes cooking approachable and enjoyable with farmers market quality, organic produce, globally inspired flavors, and pre-prepped ingredients that eliminate the stress of grocery shopping and meal planning, which is me. Meal planning kind of stresses me out. You can choose from over 80 weekly menu options to customize based on your needs that fit over 8 different dietary preferences, including plant-based, gluten-free, hello, that's me, Mediterranean, and more. Green Chef really just helps me stress less about the shopping and the prep and makes it really easy to just cook and enjoy, especially with my husband working a physical labor job. He's really tired when he comes home, so I just like having something very easy and quick to prepare. By clicking the link down in my description or heading to greenchef.com and using my code 50faith, you can get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Green Chef box and 20% off for 2 months. That's a steal, guys. That's a steal. Especially for groceries. Are you kidding me? Thank you so much to Green Chef for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna eat my super yummy meal, and then we're gonna get back to organizing my bookshelf. Okay, so we have the shelves set up, put together. I started getting the worst migraine though. So Danny, bless his soul, came in and finished the shelves for me, basically built both of them while I was rotting in bed. We're gonna have to take it super easy for the next hour or two because my brain is on the verge of combustion, if that's a word. But now that the shelves are all built and set up, we do need to organize the books on them now. I did not realize how much bigger these shelves were from the ones that I used to have before this. I have a lot more room than I used to, so I think I'm gonna have quite a bit of empty space to kind of fill in with little decorations, or I don't even know. But I think I'm gonna do it similarly to the way I've always done it, and one shelf is gonna be all the books that I have read, and then the other shelf is going to be all the books that I have not read, because I cannot put books that I have read and books that I have not read together. together. My brain will not see the difference. It'll all be, you know, scrambled, so I need to keep them separate. I've always had the ones that I've read on the left and the ones that I have not read on the right, so I think I'm going to continue that way. I want my fantasy shelf on eye level though, so like my favorite fantasies I'm gonna have probably on this shelf or this shelf, because those are like my prettiest books. I'm just gonna start getting them all on the shelves and then we can like organize them. Is that a good plan? Also, I poured myself an orange cream Olipop. This is probably one of my favorite flavors of all time. I don't think I've ever tried orange cream before. So good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. That was like the most working out I've done in a very long time. I just want to make a disclaimer that I was moving so many more books out of frame below where you can't see it, so that is not all the books that I moved on the bookshelves. There's so much more down below. Hence why I said it was the most working out I've done in a while, because there's a lot more books out of frame. Okay, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to start with some of my favorite series up here. So I think I'm going to have all my Holly Jackson and then my Jennifer Lynn Barnes, Karen McManus, like my kind of mystery thrillers, you know? Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I love when I have an entire author's backlist, and I finally have that with Holly Jackson. So I think she's gonna go up top. So we have Holly Jackson, followed by my Karen McManus books, followed by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. All right, who's next? Ooh, let's do Megan Laley. I think I'm just gonna keep all of my YA mystery thrillers up top. Okay, I also need my Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Beautiful. Okay, and there's room for a little bit more. Oh, and Anatomy. Okay, I think that's all my YA mystery thrillers. Next, I think I'm going to put just my series in general that I have read. So we have the Heartless Hunter duology, we have the Daughter of the Pirate King, my Finley Donovan, and my Housemaid series all going on the second shelf. What else? What else? I think I'm gonna start my Cozy Fantasy shelf as well. So we have my Emily Wilde books and the Spell Shop. I do also want to put some books on display because all of those books are so pretty. Let me bring you up a little bit. I feel as though you are too far from me. Is that a little better? I think I'm gonna put the Spell Shop on display and maybe my Emily Wilde book because those are my prettiest books. Oh my gosh, she's undamaged. We're okay. Oh my gosh, and then I have a cute little mushroom thing that I could put in there if I find it. Okay, wait, I need to find the rest of my series. Also, I really need to get the new Throne of Glass cover because right now I have the old cover of Throne of Glass and I have the new covers of all the other books and they don't match and it's driving me nuts. Okay, we're running out of room on my series shelf, so I guess I could just continue down on the third shelf maybe? Or here, how about this? I'll do all of my fantasy and dystopian series up here, and then any other series I have will go on the fourth shelf. Oh my gosh, I still have more books in my closet. My whole Harry Potter shelf. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't forget about my Harry Potter shelf. Okay, we are making our way down now because I forgot we have to do our Harry Potter shelf. I think this is gonna be like my childhood favorites shelf. So I have the Percy Jackson series, the Harry Potter series, and then I also have C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia. So maybe I'll put all of those on this shelf. Where's my little Harry Potter dude? Okay, we've got our little Harry Potter squishy guy, except for his head is all squished because he was slept on by my fat cat. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, so my red shelf is almost done. I just have to do the bottom two shelves, which is basically just like random books that I've read that I have loved. I don't keep any books that I rate lower than like a 3.5. I usually get rid of all of those because when I look at my bookshelves, I want to only keep the ones I know I love. I know some people keep like all books no matter what they rated them, but I just don't want to do that for some reason. So on the bottom here so far I just have like my favorite sci-fi and thrillers and then the remainder of whatever series I have, so like my Finley Donovan series, and then down on this bottom shelf is mostly all just like fiction and romance. I feel like that's like the least amount of what I own, so they're just getting their own little shelf on the bottom. I do organize by color as well when it comes to like my fiction books, but for like all fantasy and everything else I kind of just put them randomly because a lot of them are like darker books anyway, so it doesn't really matter like what order you put them in color wise. But for all fiction stuff I like going like rainbow colors. I think I am going to keep all my tall books together though. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when paperbacks are the size of hardbacks, because then when I put them on my shelf with all my other paperbacks, they're so much taller. Like, why can't we just make everything the same size? That would be great. Okay, I know I have some more thingies to prop up the books so that they're straight, but I can't find them at the moment, so I'm just going to set this there for now. But I think our red shelf is complete, besides like some of the decorations and whatnot. And now going back up to our next shelf, which this is all physical TBR, all stuff that I have not read yet. And I do want to continue doing this the way I did it before. So the top shelf is going to be all color-coded fiction. And then after that, I think I had my fantasy and then like sci-fi mystery thrillers. And then all my hardbacks because I do not mix hardback and paperback. No. Okay, but now I just have to find all my books. Where are my red books? That's my first question. I think I actually had it. Oh, how did I have it? Huh?
You're gonna look at your bookshelves.
Aren't they cool? They're huge.
They look the same. Oh, now I see them. Okay, yeah. Oh, those look nice. Bigger, wider, taller a little bit.
Yeah. They're 7 inches longer this way,
Yeah,
wider.
Okay, they look different.
Aren't they pretty? My Harry Potter shelf. Isn't it so cute? Okay, do I do orange? Oh, wait, no, you know what? I think I did pink first. Yeah, that's what I did. Ooh, yeah, that's what I did. Okay, I did pink and then orange and then yellow. Also, I did not drill these into the wall, which I feel I should have done for safety purposes. So if these fall on me one day, death by bookshelves. Okay, yep, that's starting to look correct. Oh my gosh, though, now that I put all of my physical TBR on my shelves, I don't feel like I have as many books. But then again, they aren't all on there yet, so let's not get too excited. Okay, I think I'm gonna put all of my middle grade on the end of my fiction. Ew, that's making me feel weird. That white in between the pink, I don't think I like that. No, we don't like that. That's gonna go over here somewhere. Okay, now for my fantasy, because I think that's what's next. Oh my gosh, wait, I have more fiction. Uh-oh, these might not all fit. Okay, now for my fantasy. Okay, yep, love that. Oh my gosh, wait, I have another fiction. Mother Teresa. I also need to update my TBR cart, so I know some things are gonna be shifting just a little bit, but we'll tackle that another day. Okay, now we have some of my mystery thrillers and 2 other fantasy books, I guess. Okay, now all we have left is my hardbacks and my Christian nonfiction. And we still have 4 shelves to go, you guys. This is good news. This means our physical TBR isn't nearly as big as we thought. I mean, it's still an absurd size, but it's not as big as I thought. Okay, here in the middle, actually, I think I'm going to put my little like book basket because I think I'm going to put all my library books in here. I just like keeping them separate from my other books so that I know what I have. I think I also might move my middle grade from here down to the bottom. Okay, guys, I think I'm almost done. I just need to do like decorating now, so please hold. And I'm gonna do that really quick. You guys, I think I'm done. I'm so obsessed with them. So obsessed with them. Look how short I am compared to these shelves. They're massive. Let's do an in-depth tour, shall we? So, as you saw by me, like, doing all of this top row is just all of my, like, series, my YA mystery thrillers. And then when we go down, we have a lot of my, like, fantasy series. And I do have a little Throne of Glass light-up box thing. I did get this sent to me from LitJoy Crate a long time ago before I even started the series. So, now that I'm actually reading the series, I'm very, very excited to have that little light box. And then right below it, we have my little cozy fantasy shelf with my cute little light up mushroom house. Hello. This is probably my favorite shelf alongside my little Harry Potter shelf, but this, oh my gosh, I love so much. And then right down here we have my little Harry Potter shelf, and I do have my trailing pothos that is kind of going like up and down the bookshelf right here and then across, which I think adds a fun little flair to things. But I have my Percy Jackson series and then my C.S. Lewis series as well as my Harry Potter guys over here. And then right down below I have just all my random favorite books. So some series, some random like mystery thrillers, some random sci-fi. And then down below is where all of my favorite like fiction lives. And then a cutie little jelly cat. My dragon jelly cat may move. Don't know yet. But up here we've got mostly like fiction and romance, all color-coded of course. And then we have my little sunshine jelly cat. And then down here we have most of my fantasy books, some series, some not. They're kind of just randomly in there. And then this is what's different. So this shelf is actually my priority TBR, and then we have the book bank book debt, and then also a little like TBR jar type of thing in the back. Down here we just have some more like sci-fi, fantasy, mystery thrillers, and this is where like my hardbacks start. And then this is all of my library books. And then the second to last shelf is where I have all of my hardbacks. So this is all like little hardbacks, and then it goes to big hardbacks. Again, I'm weird with like sizing and stuff. And then on the bottom we have all of my middle grade, and then just some Christian nonfiction in that little corner. I am so extremely happy with the way that these turned out. I love the wood. I just feel like it gives a more like cozy, warm vibe. And then mixed with my plants and my jelly cats, I just love it so much. Now I just feel like I need to finish decorations. I don't know, I feel like I've been trying to like simplify my life and have it not be so like cluttered, but at the same time, I want it to feel like warm, cozy, and lived in. So I'm trying to find that like fun balance in between being a little bit minimal and like simple and feeling very warm, cozy, fun, and very like me. Oh, I feel like I could look at these literally all day. This plant I normally have on the top of my bookshelves and then it kind of just like falls over the bookshelves, but since these are so tall, the plant won't fit on the top anymore, so I had to put it in my little cart over here and then just tape the vine up the bookshelf and sideways, which I feel like as it grows, it's gonna look so cute. You know, like those buildings that have ivy that's kind of like growing all up the building? That's kind of the vibe that I wanted, kind of like cottagecore, lived in, vintage type of vibe. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Hello friends, future me is back. Well, I guess this is now present me. Anyway, I just wanted to say a little thank you to you guys for being there and loving on me and supporting me throughout the last couple years. The last couple years have truly changed my life, and BookTube in general has truly changed my life. I've met some of my best friends. We have built such an amazing and beautiful community over here. I'm just so grateful and genuinely just in awe of your guys' support and love, and I love you so much. So for the giveaway, all you have to do is comment down below either a book that's on my shelf that you've read and you really enjoyed, or a book that's on my shelf that you haven't read yet but you're very, very excited to get to. That's literally all you have to do to enter this giveaway, and then a week from the day that this video goes live, I will be scrolling through the comments and picking a person and sending them a little Barnes & Noble gift card. This giveaway will technically close the week after I post this video, so I will have all those details down below because I don't exactly know what date this video is going to be going live. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little bookshelf tour. I literally have been so excited to put these together, organize them. These are truly my dream shelves, and I'm so excited to continue to house my books in them as my library grows. Also, let me know down below if there's anything from my shelves that you guys think that I should read immediately. I feel like I'm so bad about choosing what books to read from my shelf, so I love when you guys do it for me. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for an amazing last couple years, and I'm so excited for the years to come and everything that is in store for this channel and this little community. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Mwah!